we're live. We're a little bit late to open. We were sorting some technical changes out with the live stream. But good morning. Welcome back to the collective. It is the 12th September. Not big red folder news today, but we are pushing all-time highs. That's all-time highs there on NQ.
Yeah, I mean, overnight we just consolidated, and then we had a big, relative to the other candles, we had a big move at 4 during London session. That move wasn't a manipulation. There was no SMTs anywhere. So I noted before market open that I wanted it to manipulate lower on YM because YM was relatively close to London's low to form some sort of SMT.
Oh, right there, yeah. So now we have a form of SMT.
Now we have SMT at London's low. I don't like where NQ's at, though. It was just a slow grind higher. We haven't taken any liquidity.
If we go over to the 4 hour, we see a lot of overlapping price, right? We've been within this same 27-point range since close, right? To note the overnight session. Right? Overnight session, NQ had these relative equal highs left from previous day's high, right? Asian session was a consolidation. You see the open, forms this new day opening gap, consolidates, opens up London session, drops lower, still included in the overnight session, morning session, whatever. Then we run out the relative equal highs just in New York here. So I'm using that to have a generally more bullish bias. I wouldn't want to see it take this trading right here and reverse, right? If we are like what we're doing right now, I wouldn't want to see a reversal to like yesterday's, well, this is the previous day's low.
I'd only want to see us really retrace roughly, not even to equilibrium, well, kind of equilibrium, but I just want to see us take some sort of sell side in this range.
London low would be good in theory, but it's not because ES is delivered from this 4 hour gap, right? What I'll do is I'll take this.
What? Yeah, and the SMT that's there.
Yeah. So that I would want to hold, right? This is equilibrium for ES. I want it above equilibrium, and I want to start seeing, well, preferably this 10 a.m. candle is going to close relatively tight to this range, but getting this order block that forms on the 4 hour out of this imbalance in a premium, which means it's more bullish. We know that ES is above all-time highs. So that usually when something's above all-time highs or pushing all-time highs, I just take a generalized bullish bias to it.
Yeah, so if we take this internal low around equilibrium here, I would look for some longs, probably. I don't like how there's no imbalances or like one clear low. We have kind of a bunch of stacked lows in this entire price leg.
Oh, you're on like the 5 minute, yeah. And there's no imbalances either, right?
Yeah.
So it's pretty tricky. It almost seems like it takes London's low, but we'll mark out.
YM's reaction off London's low is pretty telling, I would think.
Well, NQ's not moving in unison with it, so.
Well, because it was so premium and there was no, there's just so much liquidity resting in this run overnight. I think it needs some sort of retracement first. Still holding that SMT. We do have equal lows just below equilibrium on the 5 minute chart.
We just tagged equilibrium. So let's get below these relative equal lows. That's in a discount. And then we'll trade into this 15-minute inversion and we'll be framing something from there.
Okay, there. Traded below yet. Oh yeah, 15-minute inversion. I didn't have that marked out.
It's not one that I would typically mark out, but it was something that's like if we're gonna, drop into OTE, then this is the imbalance that we tried to.
Did we tag it on yours?
Yeah.
Short.
We you know what we did tag? We did tag true open at midnight open.
We took some equal lows.
Right. I will mark out midnight open price. I don't usually mark it out.
Do we have like a hourly inversion or anything? 30 minute? Nope. Nothing.
Midnight open.
So
what we see is a wick lower trading to the new equilibrium from this wick. honestly, don't count that really as the true equilibrium. I want to go there. It's a little bit more condensed. I like it better. But it's good still. We did trade to it. So also, one thing that we usually look at is the 6 a.m. 4-hour candle. When we see the 6 a.m. 4-hour candle not have a strong manipulation in the direction that we want to oppose trading. So like in this case, the 6 a.m. candle, I would have liked for it to either be the manipulation or, since the London low, put the low in, then to be expansion, right? But seeing this kind of structure we're doing right now, we need to reverse and then close it bullish to then frame a 10 a.m. Continuation as well, the 10 a.m. candle.
The only thing about trading the 10 a.m. candle is it might have pretty bad risk. Just because we have news, and if we flip this 4-hour candle back bullish before 10 a.m., it's going to be a super short move to all-time highs. It'd be like 30 points. So ideally something out of here, because now that we traded into that 15-minute inversion.
Just trying to catch this expansion, yeah. Well, just seeing NQ currently looks like a more bearish market, right? It looks like, London low can be taken. But what I'll look at is this down move. Hold on. There. This down move is a Judah swing to me. So I like it dropping into an OTE if it was gonna reverse, but if it continues to push lower, if we're getting closures like below these equal lows and not really holding its ground, then yeah. And also we need to see ES start to kind of do the same thing as NQ, right? Like I don't want it to blast through all of its kind of sell side here. I want it to just, maybe take this one. We've got internal SMT with it, but it has got a lot of lows here too, where they're all very lined up in a trend line kind of fashion.
5 minutes till this 50-minute candle closes. If we close relatively close to the low that we just put in, I'd want to see us at 9:45 internally manipulate that low. We're getting the expansion. YM's looking super good. It's going to get a 15-minute order block off the SMT. It's going to inverse its hourly gap. Yeah, very small hourly gap.
I just had it pulled up.
Oh, okay.
I just switched tabs to do this.
Did you do a mic check? We didn't do a mic check.
I did do a mic check.
Okay, that's good.
Yep. I did them before we started live streaming, so there was no messing around. Don't know why it was messed up the 2 days. If it was back-to-back days, it'd make more sense. But it wasn't back-to-back days. So we are holding this 15-minute. We wicked into it. We closed. Still up above that true open. Up below the sell side. Up above the equal lows here. all these little things that are coming together to start to frame a reversal. Drag that there. We had news. What time was it? 8:30. It was consumer sentiment and
It's at 10.
it was at 10. I swear I looked at it and said, "Oh, it's at 8." I was on my phone, so it wasn't adjusted for the right time. That's why.
Yeah, it's at 10 here.
So 10 a.m. news today.
So considering 9:30 delivered this move lower, 10 a.m. will most likely just expand to the highs.
I like this new setup that we're doing here for live streaming.
Yeah.
Just having it up there, recording, and you put the important stuff on there. So now we're on the 15-minute time frame. We've got the 4-hour bounce highlighted on ES. What we can see. I mean, if I were to mark out the same kind of session lows that I did, I mean, that's obvious. I just don't want to have to keep these on the entire time. So I'll do this because it's not quite taken London high yet. So the only SMT that we really have that I'm considering, besides the one with Lion, is the one with London high right now. Okay. So I feel like it is noteworthy of marking the SMT out with this higher here.
YM's manipulation candle has flipped back bearish too.
We'll pull up YM. We'll see.
It was looking really, really good.
We still have the London low SMT though. I'm gonna use that. It's got 30 seconds for the 15-minute to close.
Yeah. I just don't like how YM manipulated that low and then is now getting back to it.
Hold on for.
Yeah, so YM's back at London's low. Not looking ideal for that. NQ got a strong reaction off that 50-minute inversion. SYM did take the 930 low. And we do have an SMT there with the previous 50-minute candle low on NQ. Don't want to see us go any lower than that wick there on the 15-minute though. So I want to see if YM can flip back bullish. I don't really see a good entry for me on NQ. Everything's going to be a little bit too premium, a little too close to NQ's all-time highs. We are going to form a 3-minute gap. I'd want to see if we can hold that and form some sort of order block or some frame of continuation.
Jeez, bro. So what we're seeing is a really good reaction on NQ off of the SMT in that lower discounted 15-minute inversion, ST being with YM. Now for entries, it's a little bit more unique because it is more of a just up and down move, and I generally don't like trading those as much. I like when there's a bit more structure, as in like a 2-minute change in state, 3-minute change in state breaker, any sort of internal manipulation.
Yeah, there's nothing that really makes sense for a good RR. I mean, the only thing is taking this 3-minute gap. But I don't like. I don't think I would take this just by itself. I feel more comfortable with like a breaker.
Obviously, the risk to reward on this trade is not that good.
I mean, it's a 2R if you take the 3-minute gap.
That's not gonna hold. Like that feels unlikely that it's gonna hold. I have less confidence in that than usual. So just to state that for the live stream, I would probably not. No, I would not limit into that 3-minute there.
I think it'd be fine because YM got the internal manipulation.
Wouldn't it be nice? Wouldn't it be nice to then see the reaction out of it and then trade from there?
Yeah, I was just thinking like it's also late in the hour, and the hourly candle's been a complete mess.
Then that could continue to be messy. Let's avoid the mess. Step around the mess, right? And that would be waiting for this to see. Look, if this 3-minute gets worked through, just like butter, and continues to melt, then that's good that you don't take the tap of it. Now, if you see it hold, you have 100% more confidence in it. You doubled your confidence in it. You can anticipate it holding. Having the reaction adds a lot. I mean, we have ES starting to work a bit better. ES is going to form this mitigation block. Sorry, it has on the 1-minute. Internal, we have SMT. I'll mark it out. Internal, there's that SMT right here with YM. Two SMTs with YM, right? We have the external, the more external one, which is that London low, and then internal, which is the 938 swing low to the 950 swing low. So the start of the macro has formed the SMT. Again, so I've got both ES and Q pulled up just because I want to see how they move here. So right, again, tap of the fair value gap, a little bit sketchy. Every time I take it, I get a better entry. That's the thing. There's a small little 5-minute imbalance that we traded to up in the premium. I don't really care about that one that much. YM looks good for long, so that's my
YM looks amazing.
That's my opinion. YM has got all the buy side in the world, and it has got good relative equal internal highs. Dude, why not take it on YM?
One thing I see with it is it's the weakest out of the three.
Well, it's got the best draws out of them.
It does.
But here's the thing.
That 5-minute inversion NQ wouldn't be terrible. It's a small inversion though.
But you could take this trade on YM. You could enter right. You could enter in. Well, the 3-minute inversion happened. You could enter now. You could target the internal highs for a 1-to-1, and then running to any high that it has. If it goes to previous day's high, that's a 3-4R.
Yeah.
And it just feels like it's gonna want to run regardless of NQ's doing.
I do want to wait till 10 a.m. though. I want to see, like, if we can get, so the 4-hour closure above the previous down candle would be the order block, and that would be basically if we close inside that 5-minute gap or higher, we get that 4-hour order block. So if we pair that 5-minute inversion with the 4-hour order block closure, then 10 a.m. should just expand off of the inversion to the high.
Why is there nobody watching the live stream? Do 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 do.
YM's in its 3-minute inversion. Does it actually have the 5-minute order block as well? Five-minute order block and inversion. It's a 1R. We want to try and find a tighter risk trade. So 1 minute till we get this 5-minute order block, hopefully. Three-minute gap still holding. A little sketchy, but it's holding.
Best way to get live stream viewers is to blow up on Twitter, I bet. Like if I, 100x how many followers I have.
Yeah.
If I got to 6,000, you have 50 viewers for sure. So we get, like, say we get one proportionate.
Yeah, so if this 5-minute gets inversed here, I mean, it's right on news, but it would probably be the trade.
It's a freaking consumer sentiment.
Yeah.
Now, which is a red folder, it used to be orange folder, but it is a red folder. Okay, so the only one that's not aggressively, like, completely ruining your risk on a trade right now is YM. It's an unfortunately big close on the candle. Are you taking the 5-minute inversion?
I don't know. I like it. It's exactly what I want to see. It's just right on news, but I mean, news should deliver it. I mean, there's that 3-minute gap. I'd probably take that 3-minute gap if we get down there on news. Like if news has a little trade lower.
Still 3 minutes, right? Until the 5-minute closes?
Yeah. Or no, you're not 3-minute, 2-minute. There's a nice and 1 minute, I guess, too.
ES is taking the high. ES took the internal high already.
That's fine.
Yeah. It's not quite the same exact high, right? The one that NQ formed at 9:30 didn't have the same movement on ES. YM looks like a better trade setup.
Yeah, YM looks really good.
But you can use YM as a better, looking like a better trade setup to then take NQ with more confidence, right? We'll, in 2 minutes, form a 15-minute order block potentially to ride that to all-time highs, and then further, that could be the trade here. It's got the draw on liquidity. It's got everything. Dude, I'm almost wanting to take it on YM for the simple reason that I've got better risk.
Yeah, like I got a 1-to-1 pretty much to all-time highs. If I take the 5-minute inversion,
The thing is, if you trade YM, you still have the partial
Or
according to the. Thank you.
yeah, the 3-minute gap. We have the 3-minute or 2-minute gap.
So what we're waiting for is this 5-minute inversion on NQ here.
Here's the thing though, like so it's ready to go, but on news will probably just
You have to take it on the news, which
Yeah.
is pretty crappy.
yeah. But
So
I do
almost
like
prefer to just take it now. Is that what you're saying?
I do like it.
Wouldn't you rather just take it now then?
Well, I mean, I need this 5-minute inversion.
I don't think you'll be able to get it on the news. I think that's sketchy. It's almost like you should if you know we're gonna be
gaps in now, yeah.
if you know we're gonna be above the 5-minute and inverse it, have a limit where you want to be filled at.
I want in that 2-minute, which we're in right now.
Then do it.
It's on news. It's sketch.
Then sit out until after news. The only reason it feels like you'll miss out is because the RR is so tight. Right?
Yeah, and we're so close to all-time highs.
It's only a 1.2.
Yeah.
I'll wait till after news. So I want to see the 15-minute change in state too.
I think news is just gonna go. I'm fine missing it though. I don't feel.
Well, dude, if we really think it's gonna go, it should just be in. On this one, you can get in on this 1-minute change in state. The 1-minute change in state is above the price of the 5-minute version. So
Well, I would have been in that 2-minute.
when you can be in now and just risk less.
Yeah.
Are you gonna do it?
No, I'm just gonna sit out.
Tell you, it's got about 80% chance this news is right to that
It's
high.
better rip. Yeah, because the 4 hour is gonna get a good close too.
Okay, good.
Okay. Stop loss would have been fine.
I would have been taken out.
Stop loss was fine. Traded to the 5-minute inversion there.
Good. You enter now.
Yeah.
You inverse the
Now,
5 minute.
now it feels
But you have this weird gap in price. This gap up.
chart's frozen. Yeah, so we got the 4 hour order block. Trade down into the
God, I'm sweating. What the frick's going on?
2-minute.
It's throwing a little bit of a fork in my trading here. This frickin' the gap.
Like I
with the
want to
news.
just long now, basically, but
It makes it harder, and you have a little bit of weird price action like that.
4 hour order block. Hourly wick looks great. Trade down to a discount of that price leg into the 5-minute inversion. But yeah. I don't know. I don't really see like a good entry other than just entering now based on the wick reaction of that candle. Because like I don't think it's going to take the data low.
Where's tilting? Okay, I just realized the mic was muted for like 20 minutes. That's bad. At least nobody was in here watching. Basically, what we were explaining was how we're kind of in a consolidation, and this, not to me, nothing really looks great.
Yeah, YM is not looking good. Looks like it's going to take the internal lows. ES also same thing. NQ did get the 2-minute inversion, but that's really it. Nothing super great right now.
NQ does look like this 1-to-1's pretty guaranteed here. To me, I can't take that. The risk to reward isn't good enough for me. Also, I want this like closure up through there. 5-minute would be nice. Oh, it doesn't really do that. 15-minute, that's in 10 minutes. Yikes. Yeah, well. Is that all that's left?
Yep. On the one JIT.
I wish they were moving a bit better together, everything. As in like ES and QYM. I wish they were moving close to the same. It's kind of why I'm avoiding this trade.
Look how much LRLR ES has too.
Blah, blah, blah. If this was more than a 1-to-1, I would have taken it.
Mm-hmm.
It's not even all-time highs you've got marked up.
Isn't? It isn't?
Oh, yeah, now it is. There you go.
Oh yeah, YM.
So here's the trade that played out. It's the only really trade we had today to the all-time highs. All-time highs are taken now. I need a little bit of a reframework. The reason I didn't take it, I was pretty unhappy with the risk to reward on that. I did not want to be risking. It was effectively right at a 1-to-1 to me. If I had further draws, if I could say yeah above here, then I probably would have taken that. A little bit harder of a trade to catch there too, just because we were within this consolidation. But the logic for this trade was what we looked for. Well, you took it, but I didn't, basically.
I didn't take it on all the accounts, so it wasn't a bad trade. It was just, yeah, I didn't like how YM was consolidating. ES also not really looking good. NQ, on the other hand, it did look good on the higher time frame. Like 4-hour made complete sense, hourly made sense, lower time frame made sense. It's just the entry. I mean, the entry wasn't bad. It's just the risk wasn't super good. I mean, now that all-time highs are met on NQ,
Just keeps going.
yeah. I mean, ES put it all-time highs yesterday, so we'll see if we can get back above there. YM has fallen asleep, so don't think it'll be getting there today. We're into a nice 3-minute gap here. Wonder if there'll be a continuation.
We haven't expanded through all-time highs like I'd want if I was wanting a continuation.
You'd want like at least like a 15-minute gap, I think.
What's that?
You'd want at least like a 15-minute gap if you're gonna trade it.
Good 15-minute closer. 5-minute gap was formed.
Finally got some. Whoa,
A little bit of pumpage.
that was quick. Yep. You're going in short?
Sue. Oh yeah, look at that. The MNQ, it's way more wicked than NQ. Yeah, it's double the size on MNQ than NQ. You've no defined risk. Shorting at all-time highs. Yeah. Oh yeah. Top ticking. Top ticking. I shall mark it out for the stream too, maybe though. And then you do like a 20-point stop loss, 15 points. And then target the data low. Huh. If this was if the trade that you took was the initial reversal, I would have taken it. So like, you know how at 9:55 it kind of looked, if it looked like this where it had the actual clear inversion, that would have
the 50-minute.
that would have been the trade.
Yeah, agreed. I would have taken that for sure.
I was waiting on your trade. I was waiting for the 15-minute confirmation, and
I was kind of just
didn't get it.
Yeah, I was just kind of anticipating it to happen anyways, just because we were so close to the highs.
Wouldn't it be considered a lower confidence trade anyway?
Yeah. I mean,
you took it on
the 4 hour. I really like the 4 hour.
Didn't.
I like the higher time frame. Just lower time frame wasn't my favorite.
Oh yeah. How's the YM going?
I haven't even looked at it. It's going down.
Yeah. They don't move together really. Like 50% of the time. What's this? The volatility. Just picked that. Dude, it actually looks like the volatility just picked up that candle. Like it's not wasn't moving tick by tick. It was like 10 ticks at a time, but like quick.
Yeah.
Maybe not 10 ticks, but yeah, it was like just speedy candle printing, like jittery, very jittery.
Have you heard of footprint?
Yeah.
Footprint charts?
Yeah. Is he using them?
No, well, you should be using footprint order flow trader.
Candles are still moving weird like that. Yeah, why are these candles moving like this? They've picked up in volatility. They're jittery. That's the best way to describe them.
Yeah.
ES has not moved. It is consolidating. It's been consolidating, I would say, since 7 in the morning. We haven't had any viewers this entire time.
You're in a short or what?
You might have to pull it up. Pull it up on your thing. Maybe you have to tweet too, saying this is the trade we took in the live stream. We had that 1 week where we had like 3 viewers pretty consistently.
Pretty dumb. Just dump like 40 points.
40 points. Where are you holding it to?
$28. Yeah, even bow.
That's sweet. Are you I'm not sure we can do that. Oh, if I did it in Vegas, fucking on an all-nighter, I can do it anywhere. The dedication. I like it.
Bro's already posting his charger cap, and I'm still waiting for the chop to clear.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, it's nasty now. Nothing to target.
we'll look at ES. ES is pretty bad. I think that kind of just reinforces like why we trade NQ. Majority of the time, your NQ is going to move a little bit cleaner. Ooh, like gosh, ES looks horrible. Could have held your trade.
Yeah. Could have. I was actually, what I tried to do was extend my take profit up, and then as it passed all the highs, just jam my stop loss. But it would have got taken anyway, so it doesn't matter.
You tweet something about the live stream.
What's that?
You tweet something about the live stream after you post your trade. Reply to it or something and be like, "Oh, this trade is caught me."
Oh, yeah.
My expectation for the day is not.
Now that the draw's been met, yeah, it's lower probability of taking anything. Yeah, like on a Friday, you take all them highs. That was the clear objective. No more objectives higher. It's probably just going to slowly grind higher and then get a smaller tracement to end the week off. But now that the draw's been met, anything above their lower probability. Because you got nothing to target.
Oh, a little bit too picky with my trade today. I think could have passed those 5 extra accounts.
Yeah, a little scalp.
I don't know. It's definitely hard to say where you go once you take all-time highs. The best thing you could do is look at the other indexes. You could look at ES. You could look at YM. Well, until NQ gets any movement back inside the range, I have absolutely no trade that I'm going to take, which is a little bit unfortunate. But the one trade that was taken in the live stream was this long to all-time highs, right? NQ bullish coming into the morning. See us drop down. 15-minute inverse fair value gap. Oh, sorry, I'm on the wrong chart. 15-minute inverse fair value gap, and the 50-minute order block. Equilibrium, midnight opening price, S&T. Still a little bit off, thrown off with the news here and the trading, the S&T there. So I didn't take it, but Graydon took it. Good day though for price action. It's not horrible. Obviously, you look at ES. ES is horrible. Like that, you do not want to be trading, right? We've been slowly moving higher since London session. And since 8:30, it's not gone anywhere. So usually, when you take all-time highs, you don't just reverse off of all-time highs. So, although the trade is taken fully off at the all-time highs, runners could be left. And to determine your runners, go off of your manipulation leg, like any of those. But that'd be a likely one.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the low, the 4-hour candle's been put in.
Oh, you're watching the live stream.
I am.
Fuck. I was like, oh, there's another dude, so I started talking more.
Okay. Well, oh shit.
Come on. I mean, it's good that you're watching it though, because you know.
But low, the hourly, and the 4-hour candle have been put in. So now you're basically just trying to find any retracement within that candle to frame a continuation.
I don't know if I want to. I don't want it long though. That's my thing.
Yeah.
No, I don't.
I mean, I wouldn't be shorting either. But
Yeah.
I mean, if we get something, I mean, you could technically, because there's S&T with the high.
Yeah, because the other ones aren't moving. That would be the reason I would short, but
I wouldn't even really say it's S&T because NQ already took it in going into the morning, and then we just blasted through it. So.
oh yeah, no, I see what you mean. I'd say we're just as a live stream, we could be just about more entertaining than every other live streamer out there. Probably more educational other live streaming too.
I mean, once you get people in here,
It's a different story.
it's going now.
Well, like what's Tanya Trades doing on live? What's Shinobi Trade? What's his name?
Shinobi Signals.
Yeah,
It's Asia though.
he trades every session. That's why he's fat.
Freaky Friday with Tanya.
Like, come on.
Let's see what she's talking about here.
I'm impressed that NQ's ran out all-time highs again. Dude, could you imagine if there just wasn't the news?
It might have been a lot cleaner.
I think it would have been. Well, if there wasn't the news, I would have been looking to trade in that fair value gap. And that held.
Yeah.
Okay, so wait, ES is actually kind of broken out of its fucking like the range. It's been in a long time. Asia's high was taken. Previous day's high was not taken though, right? If we go to previous day's high. Right there. So previous day's high still there. And I'm pretty happy with avoiding that AM session. Are you done trading?
I am done, yeah.
So what? I'm just gonna lone wolf it here on the live stream for the next. Let's say I keep watching because well, it's only 11, right? It's not like it's new. If it was lunch hour, I'd get off, but just because ES here is not taking this high yet, I want to see what we do once we take that previous this high. Obviously, what I can say is that the moves or the majority of the move has been done considering our draw on liquidity. Right?
When the 4-hour candles expanded quite a bit too.
No, I'm not. I wouldn't like if I'm looking for a trade. I don't think I'd be taking a long. They're blind longs after all-time highs is taken. I don't think I'll take anything today though. just want to watch it and monitor it. Like, what if we get so many viewers in the live stream? People start watching this. They click on your link that you post. Ooh, look at that movement. Look, you're missing movement, brother. Did you post a link to the live stream?
I did, yeah.
Tagged under the sick. You're actually done watching the charts?
Dumping.
Oh my gosh.
No, I'm not done. I was just doing the trade recap and everything. Now that I'm done,
Oh, okay.
the charts back up.
I saw you on the homepage. I'm like, ah.
I am not trading anymore though.
Well, obviously you're not trade. I mean, you still could.
I probably won't. New hourly candle opened up, which is good. I mean, yeah. I would look for. If I was looking for a long, I'd look for a retracement here to like a 15-minute gap or something. Maybe a 5-minute.
And short to the 15-minute gap.
Actually, I don't know if I'd want the 15-minute just because ES. If ES retraces deeper than where we're at now, it's back in the consolidation. ES is in a 5-minute gap, so I don't want to see that hold. Same with NQ.
Usually like trading back to the highs that you put in. Like you put a swing high in, then you get like a kind of like you kind of form like that, and then trade back to them. Guess I'm biased to that 5-minute because it's drawn out, but let's see here. It's a low 15-minute, probably not there. I mean, it could go there. Be a delayed expansion at that point. Does he post videos?
Who?
Tyler Trades. Who was first one?
It's just his live trading videos.
He posts them as videos, eh?
Yeah. And then these are just trade recaps, I think.
Did you find the first one?
No, you had a lot of videos. I didn't scroll that far. You want me to find it?
Yeah, you're there.
Trading view tutorial.
How many years ago?
2.
This is before you started live streaming. So you started with videos.
We posted one video, and then next video was full week of trades with Discord. So
The video.
Gee, so I'm just dumping. It's weird.
Great. Fuck. Just be waiting for a little bit. Dun, 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 dun. You know what I might do while I'm waiting? Go to the yesterday's live stream and clip that. Dun, dun. Okay, like what? Boom, boom, boom. I didn't know you could pay for videos.
What's that?
I didn't know you could pay for your stuff on YouTube.
Oh yeah. Just to boost it.
Don't want to ever do that. I just didn't know it was a thing.
It's fine. Leave it.
What were you saying? You were saying something about the inversion,
Yeah, the 5-minute got inverse to the downside.
and then we're about to re-inverse it to the upside.
Exactly. And we didn't trade to 50 minutes. So
We didn't really do anything. ES is still range bound. It's still within that new day opening gap. Hasn't moved. So holding this in balance. Okay, actually, I was doing some stuff with my live streams and whatnot, work on the back end, but now I'm gonna do a bit more analysis as I wonder if we could sell off to a potential, let's say, some of these lows on ES. That'd be interesting. All right, these lows ES has. So NQ on the 5 minute has this little imbalance that we close below, and then we have a bearish 5 minute imbalance. So if we're holding that currently, we wick back up to fully fill this 1 minute gap. But then with where we're closing here, that's a wick rejection of the 5 minute on the 5 minute.
Yeah, so we should see that lower 50-minute.
Does seem likely. Some relative equal lows right there. The 15 minute at equilibrium, or more equilibrium in that range. Actually, no, it would be the lower one that's equilibrium. Yeah. The lower one's the equilibrium kind of fair value get. It's that 5 minute from earlier that we traded to. If I go to the 5 minute. 5 minute fair value gap. So I don't know. I would just expect ES to be working lower. You know, it's kind of leaving its range now. Finally, it's got the lows here on ES are closer in proximity. Where NQ trading down to here, ES could trade to those lows. Oh crap! Yeah, these lows. That's what I'm talking about. Keep forgetting that I got two screens. So what I'd want. So we close this 3 minute almost with that change in state. I see one more down candle on the 3 minute. Potential shorts, but. Yeah, break even.
I'm better than right.
You're better than break even. Oh, you like the prices.
I got 20 on the door here.
And they're break even.
I think made 400 on the straight. I should go break even there.
Well, we just traded into a 15 minute, so if it's gonna go higher, it would, in my opinion, I would do it here, but definitely wouldn't leave it that.
I choked it out. Okay.
That's fine. You're up, still up good. Okay, so kind of the 3 minute movement that I was wanting to see.
We traded right to that 50-minute gap.
The upper one, though.
Yeah.
Just with the way I feel safer looking for longs. That's my thing. All right.
Oh, yeah.
Just because of the general all-time high profile.
And YM has retraced to the lower 4-hour gap now. So we'll see if YM starts to flip. Then Anki should just continue to reach higher.
Might be some sort of lunch trade for me. When would that be? Yeah, coming into lunch session.
We're about to get this 3-minute inversion off the 50-minute.
That is a wicked up candle.
Right off that 15-minute. See if we get through that and then that 5-minute too.
Just formed that 3-minute too. Wow. It's a minute until that 3-minute gets closed. So off of that 15-minute. You know, we just ticked it barely. One tick into it.
Yeah.
It's legit one tick. It's usually an expression, but this is an actual tick. You get a pan on? What's it? Are you cooking something?
Bacon.
Oh, okay. Well, if this that could just be the retracement too. It could still go lower. I mean, what I would look at though, since the 3-minute is inversed, is if it delivers, gets the 3-minute change in state, also inversing that upper imbalance. Generally, when I see a, very shallow retracement, it's not as I don't have as much conviction in it as if it were a deeper, healthier fill of a fair value gap. Like still in the cards, I'll draw out the two scenarios. So we get the change in state, how long we get a move down to there, then it makes its way back up there. I do think internally we've got this 1-minute imbalance that's going to hold. This is just what I think. So we had that one that held. Then we've got this upper one. Kind of to the tick there, right? Got these relative equal lows in that lower 5-minute imbalance. Is that also the 15-minute? Also a 15-minute imbalance. It is more discounted, right? If I mark out the move, equilibrium is in that 5-minute.
Holding the 3-minute inversion, nice.
We'll see what we do. I've got it outlined here pretty clearly. Either we are inversing this 1-minute, going down and working our way into a more discounted price, which it looks like ES is wanting to do, or it holds this bullish imbalance, gets the closure up there, and then runs out the all-time highs.
Yep.
Okay, we do have SMT at the S. With this low right here. It's a little bit weird of an SMT. But I guess there's an internal one too. Right there. But ES still working its way lower. I could see NQ definitely trading below here though. And it not just be ES. New 15-minute candle opened right there. New 5-minute candle. It's 11:30. Didn't quite inverse that imbalance there, but what we can see is it is holding off of there. So now I definitely look towards the bearish scenario here, where we are trading to this 5-minute, these relative equal lows. Come on, this is free analysis sauce that people could be watching. ES working its way all the way to the 10-15 sell side, right? So what could I potentially frame if I was wanting to short, right? The closure on the 3-minute below that up candle, so the 3-minute change in state. It's not really a change in state, it's more of a confirmation, just forming a new order block. That would kind of confirm this. That's a 1-to-1, but then you run it lower depending on how ES is working through these relative equal lows that I was highlighting. So ES, again, these relative equal lows, 10-15, 940. Right. ES takes those out. We're gonna have SMT. I'd even consider, like, they are relatively equal. Look at those. So I was talking about those from all the way up there. Wanting to see if ES ran out its lower resistance liquidity run. NQ getting reaction off of the internal low. There is SMT. It is with this low. It's not the best low for SMT though. Especially because ES is falling short of that. But ES did just refer back into the 4-hour. So even like dragging, higher time frame imbalances through price, the general area is still held sometimes. This 3-minute closure looks interesting to run on all-time highs. It's very aggressive and quick. There's SMT, right? The SMT is with this low. Still, I mean, now it's traded into that 15-minute gap a bit better. And if it were bullish, that's a nice retracement into it. And it wouldn't go to the deep discounted one if it's going to be real bullish. It's not going to drop all the way down there first. Does feel like a consolidation though. We didn't have a single person watch the entire live stream. Same with that shit.
Really? That's weird because it used to.
It's why I want to post videos. We need to continue momentum. We're plateaued at 0 viewers, so we're not plateaued actually. We're freaking trenched. So if ES works its way through this imbalance and NQ closes up here, I'm going to take that. It's got to confirm though that this is the end of our consolidation. So I want it quicker, more fluid price action. Yeah, like this minute here. If we get the close, it'd be nice. Got the 50-minute gap, the SMT, internal liquidity sweep. I just want to see ES work through that imbalance there too. This one's got right here. This imbalance. If ES closes there, I'll be looking at NQ. Only problem is I do think, you know, we potentially have a more extended period of consolidation until we reverse, say at like noon. And the only way I would have expected it to run was if it went straight up through the that imbalance really quick. So I'll wait to. What it looks like right now is ES is going to take those relative equal lows first. Then we'll have SMT with this sell side. All right. So it looks like NQ at that point would drop then into this lower 15-minute. Still holding this 1-minute imbalance, right? Okay, so we have ES here projecting off of this imbalance, which I should highlight. So ES has this gap, trades to it, rejects. This low, the most recent low, I'll put it in green, and then we'll see that one, and that's most likely going to get taken. Okay. So I think it's noteworthy on ES that we've put equal lows in. And it does seem like it would trade to this sell side from 1014, 1015. And then my preference would be to run out the relative equal lows just below it a few points. Personally, I see us in a consolidation. I mean, that's pretty obvious with the movement here. Like that's chop, not clear. I need to give more space to NQ here. NQ, baby. Obviously, trading conditions not as probable this week, right? We saw them kind of were good last week. This week, definitely slow, kind of reminiscent of August. Still summer, I guess, in terms of price action. So ES just took those equal lows it had. Again, really getting close to that sell side at 10.15, looking like it's going to take it out. That's going to leave us with this SMT. I was actually wrong to draw it out. It hasn't taken the low yet, but that will leave us with the SMT. NQ, in my opinion, is drawing towards this 5-minute imbalance, so I will watch it as it goes down to there. I don't see anything executable here. A different story if there was an internal SMT here or good structure to short, but this is still consolidation to me. This is the sell side of the curve. I want buy side of the curve. I'm waiting for that to play out, and I'm going to use the SMTs to frame the reversal and then engage. If that is what happens, I've got very low expectations. Coming with high expectations to get burned a lot of the time. Honestly, might end the live stream. I don't want to get it too long. It's already over 2 hours. What I'm going to do is watch the charts, but I'm not going to watch it on my computer because I don't want to have to sit at my computer all day. It's nice out. So I'm just going to go sit outside and watch as we move lower here into this lower imbalance, SMT, and then potentially look for a reversal. So oh, we got somebody watching. Are you watching?
Nope.
Well, for the person watching, I'd prefer if you could comment, because then I could, entertain you. It'd be nice. And then we could sit in a live stream and we could kind of trade together. We've been live streaming for about 2 months, and I think it's really hard to get the engagement aspect of it going without following on other platforms, right? We don't really post on not really. We don't at all post on Instagram or TikTok in regards to this collective kind of name. We only post on Twitter. We'll do trade recaps and stuff. They're actually in the description. But maybe Twitter's really hard to grow on. You need one post that blows up, then you grow. So currently with where we stand on the NASDAQ, we are above all-time highs from a few weeks ago. Was it like a week ago? 2 weeks ago? After we take all-time highs, I like to just generally have a more bullish bias, meaning I'll look for this high to be traded back to. Usually doesn't leave the first high it puts in after taking all-time highs, and this is a good swing high. So what I look for will be a move to here, which is roughly about equilibrium or the middle of this range. Then higher. That will have formed SMT with ES there too. So that's it's the analysis there. Oh, and the title passing the 550K combines. I got some on the back burner. They're $300 and some away. If I took a trade, but if I took the one trade that we saw today, that Graydon actually took, would have been passed, but I avoided it, waiting for a trade with a higher expected risk to reward, as in like a 2R. I did like the structure behind this trade though, just with the movement of ES and the other one.
Yep. We traded.
You were definitely watching the live stream.
I just pulled it up.
Still at 2.
Yeah, thank you. So he left, and
That's fine.
I'm chilling in here now. Yeah. All right. You gonna end the live stream or what?
I was gonna end it, but then he joined it. So I'm thinking maybe now it's blowing up. Maybe not. You get the live stream for 3 hours before you start getting viewers. I mean, we are getting the movement now, so I'm not gonna, walk away. It's getting hot. It's getting hot in here, right? Yes. Boom, taking the low right there. Take that. My bad. As in, ES is right there, near that low, which will form the SMT with what I've got marked out here. Just talking about in the live stream. Hold on, we're getting good movement now. Again,
The only thing I'm watching out is, so we took all-time highs on NQ. We're getting close, like we're getting back to that level of all-time highs, and YM's not reversing out of its 4 hour. It's
Can we pull up?
continuing to sell off into it,
okay.
but I don't expect YM to inverse that necessarily. So I want to see how this next hourly candle opens up.
No, definitely sitting with the expectation that YM will flip and work its way back to those internal highs.
I think that would be a good trigger. Just waiting for that to start to flip, and then align that with an entry on NQ.
Okay. Put ES up there.
Because I think he's going to see higher, and YM will reverse here.
Okay, we just formed that SMT with ES right there. Also, thank you guys for tuning into the live stream. It's been a long one, a little bit of a slower day. Yesterday was really exciting. It was a good live stream yesterday. I really enjoyed it. I mean, obviously I won, so I enjoyed it more. But I haven't taken a trade today.
I took a 1-to-1.
I've got.
Yeah, you got it marked out there.
I've got it marked out.
Yeah. Little scalp on some evals. Didn't trade any XFAs today. Just didn't like the conditions. ES, NQ, YM were all kind of consolidating. We were super close to the draw in liquidity and in premium.
Let's just look at ES for a second, okay? So since 8:30, right? What is that? 8:30, yeah. Up until this point, it was really a consolidation. Not running anywhere. When he took the trade on
NQ.
Oh, okay. Hold on. Let's explain this quick. When he was taking the trade on an NQ, the reason I didn't take it was because ES was in this consolidation right here. So it being in that consolidation, I didn't want to trade NQ. That's something that I watch out for, is I want them to both be moving pretty fluidly. So what was he saying? He was saying, are you waiting for lunch kill zone? 50-minute fair value gap will be disrespected. Well, am I bearish? So what I want to see from the swing lower at 9:30 that traded into this 15-minute inversion to this high, that frames my range. I can clear everything out and mark it out so you can see. I don't want price deep in a discount, obviously that would be disrespecting this 15-minute imbalance, which I will highlight. I want it to trade to that lower fair value gap or not at all and then go higher. I'm watching ES. I'm watching ES. It's forming SMT with these lows here. And the lunch kill zone, I like to trade. Well, if I'm talking about lunch session, I really focus from 11:50. So right now, the start of the macro to like rate 1:10, right? And then I'll consider PM session at 1:30. That's when it starts for me. I don't really trade like specific kill zones. I just, sometimes I take into account what are we doing pre-lunch and then what happens at lunch, right? So say we're consolidating or accumulating in this downward kind of trend fashion pre-lunch, and I'm expecting this expansion, then that's where I want to trade, right? And I'm going to wait until lunch for that to happen. So, I mean, that's probably what would happen, and that is what I'm looking for.
Well, and then if you mark out the 4-hour candle, or just pull up the 4-hour, basically. The 4-hour opens, trades lower into the order block, and then expands. You don't want to see price really retrace below the opening price of that open. You want to see us stay in the upper portion of this candle at the moment,
Which is my equilibrium.
which is the equilibrium, and will be a 1 hour for value gap coming in 9 minutes. So I'd be watching that hourly for value gap to be printed.
Dude, he left the freaking chat, and then it's gone now.
I think he deleted it.
Why would you delete it? I was answering it. Honestly, I don't know, it's pretty entertaining to answer people's questions. As we've live streamed 37 trading days, which is like 2 and a bit months. We haven't had many comments. The growth on YouTube's hard, like I was saying, a few minutes ago. But comments are definitely entertaining to answer. I like answering people's questions. It kind of fills in the silent periods of when I'm waiting for something. Usually I'll just go on my phone or whatever. But when you got questions to answer, you got to explain yourself. You got to keep your mind a little bit sharp. Still looking for this drop lower though, right?
Yeah, so ideally at 12, when we open up this new hourly candle, we open and trade lower first into the hourly gap and then get confirmations for the expansion. I don't want to see us open higher first and then start to displace lower, like making its way through that 15-minute imbalance and that 5-minute gap.
It's like you actually have to set your freaking hook and fucking snag them when they join.
You got to be in a trade, looking to take a trade right now.
It's really hard. Like everyone's gone. 3 individual people watching. I find it very funny that I was gonna end the live stream and then I said, "Wait, no, I'm not going to." And then you're like, "Oh, I don't know." And I'm like, "Wait, what if it blows up?" Boom. I was like,
now it's just us.
Now it's us. But again, how quickly can it go from us to not just us? Probably not quick enough that I won't want to end it. Here's my thing. I want to go sit outside and trade. That's what I want to do. I can't really live stream if I'm outside. That's the one thing that I was talking with one of my friends yesterday, and he trades on a laptop, and he said that the location freedom of a laptop, even within your own house, is nice. Like you could trade from anywhere. You can watch it on your deck. You can watch it on the toilet. I don't know, in the living room, in the kitchen, wherever you want to watch it while you're cooking. So it's a little bit more agile. Okay, I might have to reframe some bias stuff here. As much as I want to see NQ, as much as I want to see ES drop lower, taking these lows out, I want to watch NQ, because if we start forming structure that would lead me to believe that we're in the actual bullish leg, if we get good shift, like if we get the 3-minute, that's a 4-minute. If we get this 2-minute breaker and it is really clean, I'll have no excuse but to say we are in the buy model.
It's a good reaction to that 15-minute.
I would say off the SMT. That was as soon as ES took that low from 9, 10, 15.
I'm wondering if we're gonna get that retracement to that hourly or not.
I'm thinking I'm gonna stick with what I just said, which is
2
gonna
minute
be
breaker.
we're 2 minute breaker. There's a candle with
I'd want to see.
oh, it's happening.
Yeah.
Jeez. Okay. I guess so. Didn't necessarily expect it to. I mean, I guess it would also line up with the 5 minute change in state. I mean, I guess that would also be a breaker. The 5 minute breaker forming would also be good. Risk wise, I do like this on the 2 minute. Wow. You are absolutely joking with the size here.
Good displacement. Why is it lots or what?
More than you think. What do you think I'm in? I'm in on the 2 minute breaker.
I don't know. 20,
15, yeah.
15.
More than I thought. Okay. It just doesn't feel like that small of movement, but yeah. So there's the 2 minute breaker tagged.
I want to see this hourly candle open up. If we open and just hold this, like say this 5 minute gap immediately after the open, and then get a change in state or something off of that, that would be a good entry.
Okay, so this is my trade right there. To the rejection block on the 5 minute is the stop loss. Okay, what we want to see, bring it over here, this 1 minute fair value gap, work through it quick, as it is a sell side imbalance on the sell side of the curve. And if I'm deeming the 2 minute change of state or the 2 minute breaker formation as what is dictated that this is the buy side of the curve, then I want to see that worked through like butter. So just to restate it, we're in a trade here. Nice 15 contracts on 5 accounts. And then on those combines I'm trying to pass, which is, you know, in the title, they're slammed too. Only need to go above this internal high though for those. But
the high day?
No, the internal one.
11:15?
Yeah. I'll run the actual accounts to this high, which is a little bit over a 1-to-1. Okay. Right, we took this internal high right there. So with a better fill, I know people that are at break even in accordance with their model, of course. Oh, I keep forgetting that I'm on 2 different charts and not having my mouse here. This internal high, people are going to break even at. I would bet. Not for me. Where I'd go to break even would be above this high. That's where I'd go to break even. Delete that right now. 2 minute, and then this 5 minutes closing in a minute as well.
Okay, so we just traded that 2 minute gap. See if that holds. We'll form that 5 minute. We'd want to see that be the PD rate that supports price to put the low of the hourly candle in.
We're not forming the 5 minute breaker. I want that formed. So with this candle to wick back up would be pretty nice for the 5 minute close. 2 minute fair value gap, 2 minute breaker. Drag that.
Okay, so we formed that 5-minute gap.
Did not get the 5-minute change in state.
No. Yeah, so for the low of the hourly candle, I'd want to see it be put in inside this 5-minute, and then from that 5-minute, deliver the order block, and then that would be the protected low for the hour.
Here's what I don't like.
That's a 5-minute trade too.
Here's what I don't like is this S&T. The way we formed it and react off of it, right? Like I said, that would be a break-even level if you had a better fill price. So like say you were in on this lower, if you're a 1-minute change in state, right? Then that would be your break-even level. Mine, a little bit higher up.
Might be trading to the hourly imbalance, I guess.
Maybe taking a stop loss here once it trades below the price at the low of the candle at 11.52. That is the 5-minute rejection block, which I wouldn't want to see it go there because that would mean that, you know, we were reversing from the S&P to those highs. That's the stop loss, and that is filled there. So that was the only trade for me today. You didn't get in that trade. You only took that long trade.
Yeah, I didn't take this.
Slightly unfortunate. Had quite a bit of confidence in that trade. That was my model, but they win or they lose.
We'll see here. See if we retrace to this hourly and then expand out of there.
I'm gonna be done trading.
Yes.
Today.
I'm also done, but
So we should end the live stream.
Okay, we can end live stream, but I'd be looking for continuation out of this hourly gap for anything. I'm not taking anything else today. I'm done, but if something's presented out of there, that would be
Man, I really wanted to be at break even with
the
that.
opportunity that I'd like.
Really wanted to be at break even with that high there, but I could just not. I couldn't. My fill price wasn't good enough. Yeah. Trying to trade that lunch session macro right there. I'm trying to see the expansion. Did look very favorable. Oh well. I have to get back at it at Monday. I am going to end the live stream.
Okay.
Just because now to wait for a bunch of new structure to form a trade will take a while. So thank you guys for tuning in. Did enjoy the live stream. A little long feeling, but yeah. All right, take it easy. Enjoy your weekend because it is Friday. And we will be back at it trading on Monday. New week, new price action, hopefully. New setups, new money to be made. Overall, end of the week. Up 1 hour. Just flat. Break even Monday. Half an hour Tuesday. 1 hour loss. So 1 hour loss was up, you know, what would I be there? Oh, down half an hour. 2 hour win. So up 1.5 hour and then down an hour. So up only half an hour, not up an hour. Not that bad. All right. What we will do? Okay, end the stream. All right. Thank you for tuning in. Bye bye.